Hello there, it's Hillary, and welcome back for another Creative Faith video. It is an exciting week. Well, I have my whole Ruth Bible study collection that I'm launching, which makes it exciting, but it's also the first week of May, and every first Thursday in May is National Day of Prayer in the United States, and I love prayer. I love taking time to set aside to cry out to the Lord, and National Day of Prayer quite a few years ago now, when I first started working at the church, is sort of what launched me on this kind of prayer journey. Well, was one piece and part to it. And so I have led different events and activities at my church on the first Thursday in May for National Day of Prayer, and created different prayer guides and things. And so I've also shared it in the Creative Faith community too. So this year I wanted to make a new Day of Prayer free printable. So this is available for free on the Creative Faith blog, and I wanted to make it to coordinate with one of the new Creative Faith prayer journals that I made. They come in various sizes: traveler's notebook, A5 and B6, and there's also kind of a pale lavender pink version too. This is a 40-day and this one's a 30-day. So I've been working in this one this year so far, and just been really lifting a lot up to the Lord in prayer, because there's just been a lot going on in my life and my church, and of course in the whole world. So I wanted to make a printable, free printable for Day of Prayer that coordinates with this. And so you can find this on the Creative Faith blog. I'll have it linked in the description box below, and then I'll also link these prayer journals that I mentioned, and there's also one of these notepads in the Creative Faith Etsy shop that also match. I really love these. And then there's also a coordinating printable you can get in the Creative Faith Etsy shop, and that's what I've used so far to set up these pages. And I'm going to insert the footage now of me setting that up so far, because it kind of was an interesting day that led me to set it up where I did and how I did. But so check out the links in the description box below to get the freebie, as well as these coordinating paid resources. Being able to create free printables, if you like those, please think about buying a printable in my Etsy shop, or a journal on Amazon, or a notepad, because buying those paid things is so helpful to be able to help support me to be able to create free content and printables and things like that as well too. So I'm going to insert the footage of me setting this up so far and kind of sharing a little bit more, and then I'll come back and finish setting this up by adding these different prompts into the journal. So my sweet husband was having some chest pain, and so we ended up spending some time in urgent care, which is not what I was expecting. And one thing I did though is I brought my prayer journal with me, and I brought some of the printables to set it up and decorate. I spent some time while we were there writing as well, and just lifting my husband and his health to the Lord. It was just a little bit scary though, but all of the tests came back pretty normal, and so anyways, just kind of trying to investigate what's going on with him and his health. But I'm so thankful for my prayer journal and for just the comfort of spending time with God, and that He hears my prayers anytime, anywhere. And so I'd encourage you to have a prayer journal that you can take on the go for those situations and times when you are stressed or anxious or don't know what to do, because the Lord hears your prayers no matter where you are. And so it was really a great distraction to be able to set this up and decorate, and I would show Juan the pages throughout, and it was a great activity to do while in urgent care, even though it was unfortunate that we ended up there. God was with us. So, like I said, it was a very interesting time, but I'm so thankful for prayer and for my prayer journal. I'm thankful that I can grab a pen, and take it with me on the go, because it brings me so much comfort to be able to cry out to the Lord in prayer in every season. So, one thing I also forgot to mention at the beginning of this is I have a prayer journaling online course. And if you use the code PrayerTime50 from now until Monday, May 6th, 2024, you can get 50% off the prayer journaling online course. So if you have not joined and want to, now's the time. You can also get that same discount when you join via the Ruth online course. If you buy the Ruth online course, this is an add-on option, and you can get it for 50% off that way too. But if you just want to get this prayer journaling online course, definitely take advantage and use the discount code. And then the last thing I was going to mention is that I have set up prayer journals in the past for Day of Prayer as well. And so I know last year I have a setup video. I did like a little pocket-sized traveler's notebook for Day of Prayer last year, and that was really fun to work in. And then I think the year prior to that, I think one of the times I made a notebook just for that day, potentially. I made a notebook for the day, potentially. So that would be another video to check out. I'll try and put links down below, or also on the blog post too. So I've got all the prompts here, and so I had already decorated. So now I'm just going to label each page with one of the prompts, and that way I can, that way I can pray for these prompts throughout the day. I've definitely said this before, but one way to be successful in projects, at least for me, be successful as in like completing them, is to prep them ahead of time through, you know, decorating, creating a journal. So doing things like that helps me to really be able to complete the project if it's already decorated, pre-decorated. And so I think it'll be a really beautiful day on Thursday. So hopefully this video, you know, posting it ahead of time gives you enough time to set up your prayer journal. Guess I don't need to have the date on all of them necessarily, because it's all going to be the same day. And comment below and let me know, have you participated in the day of prayer before? Does your church do anything? I tried to do various events at church, and the past 2 years when I've when I've organized the event, it has only been staff that has attended. So this year we're like, yeah, we're not going to do an event. But that's all right. Hopefully people utilize the prayer guide and pray at home. You could definitely do this with your spouse, with your kids, with your family, to have a time of, oh, I forgot on this page, I wanted to add one of the prayer notepad pages. I remembered just in the nick of time. So to add these, sometimes I'll just put washi tape on the tops and bottoms to add these to my journal or my Bible. I can use a tape runner. How cute is that? Love it. And hopefully I set up the right amount of pages. We will find out though shortly. I just have 4 prompts left. And I had thought about adding maybe a little bit of washi tape. Alright, and I have the last 2. Pray for your family and for yourself. And then I also thought about making a title page too at the beginning. So this is the last time I used it. So using this to make a title page and have it say National Day of Prayer on it. And I was gonna use and put one of the pattern papers that comes with it and cover the whole page. And I wanted to use this one because this color coordinates, but I must have used it already on a project that I forgot about. So I could put this in the middle. That might be kind of cute. Big prayer verse card. That might be one thought. And then I could put washi tape on the top or bottom, or some of that left over. Paper too. So let's see. Well, that's kind of nice. And maybe I'll just put a strip of this at the top. Oh, I don't know. Didn't print fully to the edge, so I'm going to trim off there. Maybe kind of cut it in half. This is going to be slightly tricky, laying down such a big piece. Could go great or not. Well, so far so good. This is the prayer that I wrote when we were at the hospital today. Oh, that looks nice. I wonder if I can lay this down at the bottom. Slightly uneven. But that's okay. And there we go. And hopefully the middle will be the perfect size for the verse card, since I did not really measure it. And just do a little trim off the bottom. that looks really nice. And oh, it fits perfectly. Oh, I love how this is turning out. All right, I do have some washi tape here. Let's see if there's any spots that it would maybe be a nice addition. I wish I had put all these prompts over the date section, but maybe I can kind of cover it with washi tape since it'll all be the same day of prayer. I can add a little bit along the bottoms. Any excuse to use washi tape. I think it does a pretty good job covering up the date. You can see through a teeny bit. That looks nice. All right, let's see about this page. I feel like not all the pages really need something. Another part of when we were at the hospital that I wish I had was this page and have the little hearts here. So maybe these would be kind of cute in these corner spots, just to give it a little extra touch. I love adding little hearts to my pages. Could also use like a pen or a marker, or even a stamp set also. Would be kind of cute. So let me have these hearts. Oh, I really love that. And no, I feel like these pages are looking quite nice. Maybe I'll add one heart over in that corner. I didn't really leave a ton of room to add washi tape on many of the pages. But it's really fun to be able to use these coordinating printables. I just absolutely love it when things match. Wonderful. And then I just have 2 more pages in here, and then I'm done. So that is the final setup and flip through. And maybe I'll cut this out so I can keep track of what prompt is going to be at what hour of the day too. And then I could also set an alarm on my phone. And then at the beginning of the hour, I'll have my alarm go off and I can take a moment to just pause and pray. So there you have it, the setup for National Day of Prayer for 2024. And excited to spend some time in dedicated prayer. Of course, you could do this any day of the year as well. It doesn't just have to be a National Day of Prayer. So don't forget to sign up for the prayer journaling online course. If you haven't, you can get it for 50% off right now using the code PrayerTime50. And then be sure to check out the prayer journals on Amazon, the coordinating notepads, my Etsy shop, as well as the free printable and on the Creative Faith blog, and the coordinating printables in the Creative Faith Etsy shop. So be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye, friend.